Hi everyone and welcome to the channel. Well, we begin this week's video where we left off last week, where I was in the port of Newhaven waiting to get on the ferry and check in. So let's get to it. So the first bit, straightforward, it just showed passport control. Obviously my ticket must be linked to the passport. They didn't ask for any ticket information, anything like that. I got these two bits of paper. I don't know exactly what they're for. I'll have to read them. I got this as well, and the guy was asking me, you know, before he asked me, he saw what it was, and he said, right, get into lane number 5, which is what I'm doing. I'm parked up now, so I'm just waiting to get on board. So I've looked at the pieces of paper that I've got. So I've got a boarding card for the vehicle for Scotty. I've got a boarding card for myself, and then I've got this one. It just says how many passengers, 1, and departing at 7 AM. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stick that up round the mirror, then they can see it all. So far, straightforward.
Take the ferry.
Hi guys, so I'm on my way to Dieppe. I didn't film anything leaving the port because it was night time, so there's not a lot to see basically. I'd do some filming outside, but we've been told we can't go outside because of the bad weather. So I do apologise for the noise, ship making a bit of noise in the background. But anyway, so I've come to the cafe. Got myself a nice cup of tea, gone with Earl Grey this time, and journey's going well so far. Straightforward coming on to the ship. I mean, I just showed my passport at the passport office as you were driving through, you know, from the vehicle. That was it. No searches, nothing like that. No visas or, you know, electronic visa to fill in. Maybe that'll happen when we get to the French side, but we'll see. A little bit of a sway at the moment, but anyway, see you all in France. Well, it's a little bit dark, but we're just sat waiting to go. We've arrived at Dieppe, just sat in the vehicle, waiting for instructions to start your engines, and then we'll be off. And then it was my turn to be checked by passport control. And at passport control, they asked me what goods I was carrying because they thought that I was just a goods vehicle. And I explained to them, no, that I was actually an auto caravan, a motorhome. So then they said, right, okay then, show us. We want to have a look inside just to make sure that it is a motorhome. So got out of the cab, went round to the side, opened up the door for them, and then turned the light on and they could have a good look to check that it wasn't a goods carrying vehicle and it had been converted into a motorhome. And then they had a look around and then she spotted that the vehicle had CCTV as well. But anyway, they were totally satisfied and they got my passport back and was told I could go and I was on my way. Job done. So that was straightforward through passport control, handed me passport. The only thing was that they asked what goods I was carrying and I explained it's a motorhome, and obviously they said could they have a look inside just to see that it was a motorhome, and they did, and apart from that everything was fine. So they didn't check my fridge to see what food I had in, so I think I might get some stuff confiscated, so that was okay. And yeah, so there's these new visa rules that came in October, and it said you'll just do it at the port. But at the UK side, there was nothing to do, didn't take no fingerprints, anything like that. And at this side, none either. So maybe it's happening in Dover, but not in Dieppe, not at the moment. Right, I need to concentrate now because I'm on the wrong side of the road. Well, it's another day. Good morning, guys, and we're in a place called Valladolid. Now, I just found this by accident. I was driving yesterday and decided, I've been up since 4:30 and it was getting around about 5:30. I decided, feeling a little bit tired, so I thought, safe than sorry. I found this place and it's a car park, but it's got spaces either for coaches or trucks. So I decided to stop here. And let's have a look around. Give yourself an hour to walk around before we set off on the journey. So I'll spin the camera around. This is where we are. In this car park here, and obviously this is where I am. But over here, they're taking recycling to another level. I mean, look at all these pods here. For different types of recycling, and then we do have toilets there, and then over here, which I haven't seen before, but they have different containers, not just for waste, but for composting waste. So once again, we're at Valladolid. They've got a chateau nearby, so let's go and have a look at that. So this is some random thing. You're walking along to the chateau and you see Yoda. There he is. Yoda, a penguin, and yeah, cupcake. Also, I've come across these little silver discs on the floor. I don't know, is it marking every 2 meters? I don't know, I wonder what they're for. Anyway, let's continue. We're going to where the sign says, to the chateau. So it seems to be a very sort of sleepy town. Mind you, it is Monday morning and it is just like 9 o'clock, so I don't know when things sort of start here. But anyway, you come to a little place like this and then you come and find the Rose and Crown. Bit early for a drink though. So as you can see now, I had a walk around the town, had a look at the chateau, taken a few photos, and it's back to the vans. It's time to get packed up, make sure everything's packed away safely, nothing falls out of cupboards, anything like that. And then we're heading further south. How far we'll get, we'll just see how it goes. We've got plenty of time yet to get to Cadiz, so we'll just take it as it goes. But let's move on. I've arrived at where I was planning to park last night, which has been, like I say, a good another 2 hours. So time, I did spend a bit of time, you know, looking around the streets where I was before. But now it's about 1:45. So I've been driving 2 hours, going to stop, have a rest, get in the back, have a nice cup of tea, and then plan whereabouts I'm going to go. I'm going to just keep going south as much as I can at the moment. But anyway, let's get in the back, have a cup of tea. So this is where I was planning to stop last night, but I'm glad I stopped in Valladolid because I'd have been struggling to make it here with it being dark and also with the weather as well. It's just a big shopping centre, retail car park, nothing special, but I would have stopped here comfortably. Anyway, it's a good place to stop, have a rest, recharge as it were before the next drive. So the next big stop is about 170 miles away. It's just an Aire, it's not a campsite, it's just an Aire basically where there's places for cars and trucks by the side of the road to stop. So I'm aiming for that. It says it's going to take about nearly 3 hours to get there. So I have got a stop planned in as well, whether I decide to go past it or not. But there's a French McDonald's, which I might give a try, just to see if the French one is any different to the UK one. Shouldn't be, but you never know. Right, time to move on then. So I've come to try a McDonald's, just come off the main road, but there's restriction, can't get in. So I'm just parked outside. So I'm going to go in, see what it's like, see if the menu is going to be in English or just have to work my way through it. Let's give it a go. So that was easier than I thought. I couldn't film the screens because they were flickering. I even tried it with my phone, that was flickering as well, so it's just not worth it. But anyway, it was straightforward because I just changed the menu into English. I was looking for the saver menu because that's what I normally go for. There wasn't one there, so I just got the burger and took away, I like it plain, so I took away the mustard, the ketchup, the onions and stuff like that. The only thing with the option on the burger was you could actually take away, I don't know if it's the same in the UK, I don't know, but you could actually take away the bun and the burger as well, so that'd leave you with nothing. But anyway, it's come to the table, so I've got a plain burger and I got a drink as well. Now the drink, I got a Diet Coke. It's not in a paper cup. It's in a hard plastic one, so obviously they must wash these and reuse them, so there's nothing to go to waste. So let's get in. Yeah, just like a nice plain burger. I'll tuck in and cheers. Well, I've had my burger and let me tell you, it's exactly the same. Who'd have thought it? Right, finish my drink and then we get back on the road. I don't know if this place ever gets busy, but it's a Monday afternoon. It's 3:20, but there's nobody here. Let me show you. Okay, back in the van. Next stop is about, let's have a look here, 83 mile away. So it's about an hour and a half's drive, and then I'm going to stop there and reassess whether I should go on further or just stop there for now. But it does say I'm going to go through a blue air zone, whatever that is. I don't know. I've got my sticker, so let's see how that goes. Anyway, let's get moving on. As you can see, it's quite dark now. It's time to move on. I was going to stop here, but I'm not feeling too tired. So there's another Aire about 1 hour away, so I'm going to head for that, get a little bit closer to Spain, and then have an early start in the morning. But I'll just show you where I am. So it's this is the lorry park side of it, and just over in the distance they have the park for the cars. So anyway, we're going to go to somewhere similar to this. It's about an hour's drive. Now let's crack on then. Good morning, guys. Well, it's day 3 of the trip, going through France, through Spain to Tenerife. We stopped here at an Aire. I was trying to do some driving last night, but with it being dark and with it the rain bouncing down as well, I thought this is too much like hard work, so I'd give it a miss and pulled in here. I'll show you where we are. So this is like the coach part area of this Aire. Over the bank in there's spaces for trucks, and then you've got here, you got the picnic area, spaces for cars. We've got the toilets over there as well. So this is where we are. It's fairly early in the morning, sun's just come up, so we're going to set off. We're going to be going more or less just very close, I mean a couple of miles of Biarritz and also San Sebastian, and then we're going to go across the border and into Spain. So without further ado, let's get going then. So welcome to the south of France. Coming to the south of France, look at it, it's just bouncing down. It's been like this as I've been driving along. The weathermen were correct, but it's 100% rain today. So I'm just going to keep going, just come past Biarritz. I'm just going to keep going, head for the Spanish border, and it might be a bit of a windy road up the hills to get through. But anyway, at least my solar panels are getting a bit of a wash. Right, let's get back in. I'm getting soaked. Well, it's time for a rest. I've been travelling for about 5 hours because I was just travelling and it was just rain and rain and rain. So I just kept going and kept going and kept going. Obviously now into Spain, when I came from France to Spain, you wouldn't realise, blink, you miss it. I think I saw a sign that told you it's 1 kilometre to the French border, and that was it. It's only when I got into Spain, after a while I realised that the language had changed, and I saw that the fuel prices had come down, that I realised they're in Spain. But anyway, been going for 5 hours, time to have a rest and a late lunch, see where I am on the map, because at the moment I don't know exactly where I am. It looks like the middle of nowhere. But anyway, I'm just at this lay-by for drivers, gonna have something to eat, have a cup of tea, and then we'll move on. I'm gonna have about half an hour or so here. So I've checked on the map where we are, and it's official. We're in the middle of nowhere. No, basically, if I think I've pronounced this correct, there's a town called Burgos, which is about 30 miles in that direction. But where we're going to is Valladolid, and there is an actual park up for campervans. And supposedly a service point there as well, and it is free, so we'll give it a go. I've got about 2 hours driving now, and then that'll be it for today. So hopefully when we get there it'll be okay. It might be starting to get a little bit dark, but anyway, onwards we go. Another 2 hours driving, and that'll be it for the day. Well, to tell you the truth, I was driving through the rain, and keep going through the rain, and I'm thinking, how far south do I have to go before I get some sun? Well, we're near a place called Valladolid, and the skies are more or less clear. The sun's just about going down, but we've got sunshine, so fingers crossed for tomorrow. It's going to be a great day. So anyway, I've had enough of driving today. I think it's time to get in, put the kettle on, have a little bit of tea, and have a bit of a relax. So let's do a quick check around of what you get for this free stop here. We seem to be next to some sports facilities. They're playing, it's like tennis, but without having a racket on. They put a big pad on the hand. That's what they're doing there. And we have got some facilities over here, so I'm just going to go and check these out now. So we have an area for your grey waste. We've got water that you can fill up here. And dare I open this, and yeah, there's a hole. So while I'm here then, I might as well, don't need to top up with water, I've got plenty. But I might just use the facilities, empty the toilet, and then off we go into the city. Well, I don't know if you can hear that bleeping, but I've got a warning bleeping, and it's on my tyre sensors. I've got a little aftermarket sensors on each tyre, and I've got a display in here, and it tells me if one's getting low or something like that. Now it's saying my left front tyre is at 0, totally flat, but I've just obviously been outside, had a look, and it's fine. So there must be something wrong with the sensor. Whether it doesn't like the minus temperatures at night, I don't know. So I'm going to drive into town, see if that cures it. If not, I'll have to take it off. I don't know, take it off, put it back on again. Let's see anyway. Let's go into the centre. After finding a park up near the football stadium, I started walking into the city when I came across a protest. Well, that was a bit random. I was just walking past, I don't know what it was, municipality building. I don't know if it was a town hall or a police station, something like that. but they were protesting, the firemen were protesting out there, and they're expecting trouble because the amount of police just stopping them from getting in. It was unbelievable, but anyway, random stuff. Let's keep going. Okay, I'm just recording windy phone. I don't know whether the microphone's going to pick up or not. I actually left my normal vlogging camera in the van. But anyway, I'm just behind me here. I think that has to be one of the poshest Burger Kings I've ever seen. I'm not going in, I just thought I'd just show you though. So I'm just walking along. It's not a guided tour, anything like that. I've just gone on the map, picked a few spaces, places to look at, and this is the next one I've come to. And I was hoping the fountain would be working, and it is. So let's have a look at this. If you're into Star Trek, then you'll know what I'm talking about. All I can say is putting up Christmas decorations here in the city, but I just want to say that the Borg have landed. I bet this will look really fantastic at night time when it's all switched on and lit up. But we're up to the plaza now, so let's keep going. I've got to say that this is definitely a posh street. Excuse the wobbling on the phone, but anyway, this is definitely a posh street. It's one of those streets where it's got those, you know, the clothes shops where there's no price on the clothes, so you know there's no point in going in, because if you need to ask the price, it's just going to be too much. Well, I've come to the main square, and I thought it'd be like an empty square, just with people milling about, but they're getting ready for Christmas, and there's stuff happening all over the place. You know, I'll just spin around. They're making actually in the centre. There's a statue here, but they're making a big nativity all the way around it, and there's going to be some celebration, something, because there's food stalls, like an outdoor market or something like that. And take note, if you want a tree for Christmas, this has got to be it. So it's time to move on. I've just been chatting to a couple of locals, them in their broken English, me in my broken Spanish, just to try and work out where the bus is. I'm going to try and get a bus back to the football stadium where I am, and because time is getting on, and you know, we need to move on. But anyway, I could spend all day looking around here, and the history. I mean, where I am now, there's a church there, there's a church there, there's a church there. There's 3 churches I can see just from here. So the history in the place is brilliant. I mean, you could go down the history rabbit hole and you spend forever, I think, researching it. But anyway, for me it's more about taking the photographs, but let's move on and try and get the bus. So I'm back at the van, and I just want to say that getting that bus was an experience, to say the least. Never again. Oh no, it's I mean, time now, it's 2:30, so I think around about 2 o'clock, or it might be when it's siesta time. Maybe there's a lot of people wanting to leave the city, I don't know, but it was just first of all, I went on and they're meant to be able to take payment by your card, so I put my card on the machine, it didn't work. Tried it on another machine, didn't work, and the bus driver, she tried it on the machine, it didn't work. So I thought, I'm stuck here with my card's not working. Didn't have any cash, because I didn't think I'd need any. And so luckily, I must say a big thank you to the woman who was sat on one of the front seats. She had, I don't know whether it was like a loyalty card or a monthly card or some sort of card, and she passed it to me to scan it. So I did, and it would have been about €1, I think, the bus fare. But anyway, many thanks to her that she paid for my fare, which was fantastic. But then it was one of those long bendy buses, and everybody was crammed on. I mean, crammed on. And then, you know, next stop, there's more people wanting to get on. Bus driver, she's shouting at everybody to get further down the bus, and they can't really go further down the bus because unless someone got off, you're stuck. And then a woman got on with a pushchair. Nothing wrong with a woman having a pushchair, but she was trying to get through, and it was horrendous. I was stood in the aisle, and I had to nearly sit on this old woman's knee so she could sort of get past as she wanted to get off. It was a game of how many people can we fit on a bus, and then how many more can we cram on. So I need a cup of tea, I'm traumatised. But anyway, cup of tea, time to have a late lunch, and then I better get back on the road and get some miles clocked up. Well, this is where we leave it for this week. Still trying to recover from the trauma of that overpacked bus. But do join us next time as I continue the trip, going through Spain, getting to the bottom of Spain, getting to the Cadiz, and getting on the ferry and getting to Tenerife. Once again, many thanks for watching. And if you do like the videos, if you could do me a favour, just press like, and also if you could support the channel by just subscribing as well, it'd be much appreciated. Once again, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.